Hey folks, I'm Aspen Arrow, and we are back today in our Aspen Aptitude series. Forgetting that we had a raid incoming. So there goes the intro. But welcome back to Rimworld, our base game playthrough with no DLC and no mods. We have a raid incoming. I believe we winged that pirate quite a few times, so they're probably not long for this world. We also launched up the game and immediately got a learning helper. So it says items left outdoors will slowly deteriorate. If you want to store items long term, keep them in a roofed room. So that's true for most items. Things like steel, jade, the stone blocks, they won't deteriorate. Our wood will, but you can see not very quickly. Rain will affect this, so if it was raining, this would go down quicker. I still generally leave the wood outside. You can do this intentionally to get rid of items you don't need. We should probably bring in this leather, but let's go ahead and mark that learned. It also said you can put shelves outside. Shelves will stop deterioration, but for now, we're just gonna deal with it. We're gonna check our zones. Whoops. And you can see everyone's on nearby, and we're gonna go find our pirate friend Zandy, who I don't think is gonna get to the base. I think we're fine. We'll just keep everybody nearby. We did also get some goats we'll need to go grab. We could debate building a little pen or just leaving them roped up for now. We are working on our two prisoners, Steven, who's still got 5.9 resistance, and Bayertal, who has 1.4. So hopefully some new people on the way here soon. And we are mining out our little stone mountain. Our hut. Yep, and Zandy is down. And we didn't want them, so they can just hang out there. Raid taken care of, no big deal. They are unlikely to get back up, so I am going to go to work and unrestrict Shadow to go get the rest of the goats. Something I was thinking about that we haven't talked about is wealth. So in Rimworld, if you come to your history, it shows your wealth and lots of other graphs, but shows your messages. So if you ever need to come back, you can take a look. I generally just do the letters, which is the little notice you get with a red or a blue. So if I come to statistics, you can see we've been playing for about 2 hours and our current wealth is 18,194. And that is important because that number impacts what the AI storytellers, so Cassandra, Phoebe, Randy, or if you're playing with a mod, any of the modded tellers, can use to raid you or send events to you. Now, maybe not all of the modded storytellers work this way, but at least the base game, they do. And wealth can be important to monitor because if I start getting a ton of wealth, and that's furniture has value, pawns have value, prisoners have value, animals have value, the walls have value, everything has value. So the more stuff I have, speaking of which, we need to expand our stockpile here for some of that rice to be hauled in. And while we're doing that, we're also going to go ahead and add, oh, we've got so many things. So we are going to go ahead and add leathers, textiles to come in. We'll go ahead and pull in that bit of plain leather. We'll take a look at the Wanderer here in a second. So my point being, wealth really impacts what you're rated by. And I know when I first started playing, I didn't really understand that. So I'm playing on Phoebe, and she goes to sleep for a while, and I suddenly get a huge raid that I'm not ready for. And part of that was because I had built tons of things and had more pawns than I should. So if you don't like playing that way, just remember you can always come into the options and go into your storyteller settings, and you can go into custom, and you can set it to wealth independent. So this will scale with time rather than wealth. Put this just back to our adventure story. You can scale with time rather than wealth. I haven't done a lot of these runs. I think I did one and got annihilated pretty quickly, but I was also fairly new to the game, so maybe it's something we could explore in the future. So just a small tidbit for you, wealth is important. And if you're finding that you're suddenly getting raided and just it's too hard and there's too many enemies with way better gear, it might be that you have too much wealth. You can sell it, you can trade it, you can donate it, so that's important. And we'll go ahead and recruit Kezel. So this recruiter inclines me to believe he or she probably has good social. Some of the backgrounds kind of give you a hint as to what they'll be like. And so we get Kezel, 31-year-old male with a right leg gunshot, so his movement is decreased. Is going to have that minor pain debuff pretty much permanently. He's neurotic, so he will work faster, but is more likely to break down. Good melee, decent cook, social, and intellectual. So we'll probably have him take over gardening and maybe studying. We'll take a look. All right. So let's just schedule him to come nearby. Go check on Zandy down here. Yeah. Zandy's done for. So since he's coming down from here, why don't we have him... We can go ahead and unrestrict. Why don't we have him haul those survival meals with him? Take that opportunity. We'll copy our schedule over. And we'll go into work. And just like everyone else. So he's a 7. Duster is an 11. And Shadow is. So we'll have... Shadow has handling and research to do. A little better cook. And that'll let us put Crawford on primarily rowing. If he doesn't have anything else to do, he can help with plants. And then research, cleaning and hauling. And that might be a good reason to go ahead and get a second research bench down. We are going to end up with a big colony here, which was not quite what I was going for, but that's what's been tossed our way, so... let us also go in and just double check that he's got our settings, which he does. And we want him to fight. Would be nice to grab another doctor, but that's okay. Who is our construction worker? Our construction is Duster. Duster, will you please build another bed? And why don't we get these stone chunks out of the room? Because they are ugly. Not that the room is pretty, but I think getting those out of the way will at least help a little. And he has tattered apparel, so he's going to be upset. We can check and see if it's something we can have him take off. It's his shirt. We'll just kind of deal with it for now. It's not ideal, but is what it is. And looks like Shadow is going to get those goats, which we can see we own 3, and one of them's already pregnant. Excellent. Quest-wise, we have nothing to do. So let's go ahead and speed up for a bit. And we can let Beta out of the house. And I think we'll just keep working on making this just a little bit bigger. Since ideally we will have... Oh, wow, we got Biotar already. We have no weapon for them, so I think they'll just end up getting this club. And we have no clothes for them, but they're good at mining, construction, and shooting. So, again, just coming in here, getting everyone set up. They will take over construction. and mining, which means Duster here can take over cleaning and hauling. A little bit of managing here, but that's okay. And when they're not, they can haul, craft, and research. So I think that makes a strong case to go ahead and get another, well, get another bed down here, but also to get another research bench down. And yeah, unhappy nudity. Unfortunately, we don't have any textiles. So one of the things I was thinking about today was it might be good to go ahead and do some hunting, probably with Shadow. So it's dark out right now, and they're not going to be a very good shot. So, but hey, we've got power here. Well, I guess he's sleeping on the floor in the prison. Whatever. That's fine. How funny. We've got unhappy nudity. We've got apparel problems, but our cotton is almost in. And we do have clothing research, so we can also toss down a tailor bench and hopefully make some clothes. We will eventually need warm weather clothing. Still got okay on resources. Don't want to build too much yet, just trying to get us through. And since we have so many more people, I am going to go ahead and up our meals and tell them to unpause when there's like 4 left. Also a good case for hunting, just because we may not have enough rice. We are of course growing the potatoes, but I think it is perhaps time to expand out and grow a bit more. So this rice won't grow as fast, but let's just go ahead and make this zone bigger. Because we are about to have way more people than intended. Now we could have declined the Wanderer and just said, nah, we would get a debuff for it. I think Wanderer not helped, Colonist refused. Hey, we're gonna have a party. Well, that'll hopefully help Kezel's mood. It is very strange to come back to base game and not have to worry about everyone's religion or ideology aligning and not having to convert. So that's fun. I like that. All right, party underway. We've got some goats. We're going to start expanding our rice. Cotton coming in soon. I think when the party is done, let's go see what's nearby and see about having... Should also start harvesting berries. Let us see if there's some decent sized animals nearby for Shadow to go hunt. It looks like they are all fairly far away. Muffalo would be nice, but they have a chance to attack back. There's some deer way over here. And there's some alpaca. And some gazelles. Oops, you can see we missed. The wolf did get a gazelle, but we didn't get it in time. Well, that's all right. Sometimes we forget. We could also try to tame like the alpacas and then slaughter them, but I think we'll just grab Shadow and you can just set them to hunt, but I'm gonna go ahead and draft hunt. So while he's coming over, time assignments. You can modify what time of day colonists do different activities by using the schedules tab. So we already have done that for our colonists, just keeping a very basic schedule of a little bit of recreation and at least 6 hours of sleep. Hopefully Shadow can get a few of these. It might be worth just setting him to do it on his own so I could come into schedule, or sorry, work, set him to hunt as 1. And then tag what to hunt. I sometimes do this, sometimes don't. I find that they chase things all over the map trying to get one rather than maybe just adjusting target if you haven't hit. And we are unfortunately not hitting. Hey, we got one. So it'll pass away in a bit. Unfortunately, despite being a good shooter, not having much luck. So we'll probably just let that one expire. And hopefully get a different one. Now, they can choose to run off the map if you go too far. Oh. Okay, we got one. Hopefully this one stays on the map. Okay. So, I'm going to allow this. Undraft, and I'm going to tell Shadow to haul it. And then we're going to keep an eye to go haul this one. We do have our butcher table. And with that, I am going to set up another bill. Add cook simple meal. And we're going to do until we have, what do we have, 16? Pause when satisfied. We'll unpause at 6. And what I want to do is say use our meat first. We are not doing cannibal on insect right now, so we'll turn them off. And milk and unfertilized eggs will go bad first. So basically this is letting me use up my meat, hopefully before it goes bad, and use it first. And then for anything we have left over, I was worried about that. Make pemmican. Well, we probably aren't going to have that much. We'll hold. Oh, goodness. Yep, that's not good. We may be losing Shadow. I figured the wolf had, I don't know that we're gonna get to run away. You can see they kind of get stunned. He's at half health. Crawford's tough. Yep. Let's see. Can Duster shoot? Okay. Well, we lost a toe, but we're not gonna die. Let's go ahead and bring Crawford back. Who is our doctor? I think it might be, it's Shadow. Oh no. Okay, I guess someone's gonna do some very bad tending. Okay. So Crawford got a bite. We're gonna go ahead and allow them to self-tend. And then who was our other capable? Duster. We'll go ahead and use this medicine. I am going to change him to allow industrial. And pick up the medicine. I want to get those bleeds stopped. I wish Duster would stop crawling. Or Shadow. And tend. So while they get that taken care of, let's go ahead. I guess he's going to eat that meal, and you can haul the bolt action. And then I guess we will go ahead and hunt. And queue up for him to, oops, hunt the animal. That you are oh, I put handle, not hunt. Why don't you hunt that? We will disable self-tending because we don't want Crawford to normally do that. Undraft her, and when she's done eating, have her haul the alpaca. We are still working on getting Shadow. Oh, don't. Who's tending? Okay. Okay, so we'll allow him to self-tend if he can get back home. How far does he have to go? He actually has a ways to go. Okay. Just tend without medicine. We don't want those bleeds to keep going. Alright, so that was unfortunate, but... that is what happens sometimes. So we'll go ahead and speed this up. Just keep an eye on the bleeding. We just want these 2 blood drops taken care of. They aren't good tens, but they're better than not stopping the bleeding. Okay, good enough. We'll let Shadow self-tend with some herbal medicine. And he can get on home now without bleeding. Because that's a pretty long walk, and you can see he's fairly reduced in his movement. Hopefully Forrester will be okay. Took a bite. Although a bite from a wolf does sound pretty intense. Okay, excitement. Unexpected Timberwolf attack. And this one we'll keep an eye on to go grab. And then that'll also get us some textiles so we can hopefully start making some clothes. In addition to having... and here you can see deterioration. It's going up as it starts raining, and it will also spoil. It should be okay through the night, but we may have to keep an eye on it. I don't know. Oh, there's our bolt action. We'll have Baiataro. Whoops. Equip that for now. And we're gonna need 1 more bed eventually. What a room. But that's okay. Alright, Crawford healed up, no problem. We unfortunately lost a toe. Timberwolf chomped Shadow his 2nd left toe and leaving a disgusting wound. Wow. Shadow not having a good time. We will go ahead and put him on bed rest. Just hopefully keep that mood from breaking. And... oh, a busy day. We have another raid. I was gonna just go check our alpaca. Alright, we'll need to go grab that, and we are raided by a 65-year-old female. Okay, melee with a knife, so we'd prefer not to. I believe you had decent shooting. Or... Crawford has better shooting, though, but she is tough. So we're gonna swap our weapons around here real quick. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is schedule everyone to stay nearby and quickly do a swap around. They are preparing a while, so we have time to do this. I'm going to have Duster drop his revolver. Crawford, grab the revolver. Diesel, grab the plasteel knife. Not tough, but that's okay. We'll kind of keep Crawford with him. And you're a better shooter. Okay, so Biotarl, you go ahead and equip the club. And this will just have to do for now. We could always grab wood if we had to. Not a euphemism. Oh, wait. I forgot we have the machine pistol. Okay. That'll have to do. And Hunter lacks weapon. That's fine. It's just because Shadow is resting and we took off his gun. So I think this time we could let Duster go get... He's not very accurate, but that's okay. We'll just let them come to us this time. I think we'll be fine. It's 4-on-1. Hopefully we can manage. And that lets us keep researching, cooking, healing, and taking care of things. Here, we can also hold our door open if we want to just melee block. It's also pretty hot inside, so if we want, we can toss down a passive cooler just to help that out for now. Okay. Wait for our attacker. Hey, and there's that cotton we were looking for. Attacker is on the way. Click our little message, and oh, they're quick. They're very spry for a 65-year-old. Are you on drugs? Oh yeah, go juice. All right. Let's say that is really quick. The go juice, I imagine, worth looking at. So they took go juice, which is a drug. You can see it gave them less pain, more consciousness, better sight, and better moving. So they will take more damage to get down. We could have checked their gear to see that, and I totally forgot. So kiting could be a little hard. In fact, we may just put our tough pawn here. It's raining. So even if they light something on fire, should hopefully go out. Oh, the fox. Inside. And take what they can steal. Okay. Well, they can't steal anything. We got a bruise and some gravel in the eye. Not too bad. And a small knife wound. So I think we'll be okay. We'll convert one of these to medical for a minute. Tell you to go over there. Unforbid the knife. And Shadow, go take care of that. Okay. And let's just stay nearby again. Let everybody heal up. Let our fox out, who's also eating the meat. Go ahead and close that back up. Getting more traders. More trade caravans will come to visit you if you're allied with more factions. If you have no allies, no caravans will ever visit. You can also pay allies to send caravans by calling them on the comms console. So we'll get into that later. We can take a quick look. You can see we have the different factions. Here's our base. We have some neutral folks. And I believe that the neutral folks will. We should get stuff from Latrue and Esbium, but these other two tribes and the Rough Outlander Union and the Fierce Tribe, we could not currently trade with. And our folks are going to be unhappy about seeing corpses. So sometimes it's worth finding water to dump the bodies in, but I'm not seeing any. So we may just need to toss it somewhere they can't see. All right, so let us get everybody all tended here. We can again shift click to queue up tending everybody. Steven is still a work in progress at 4.4. Need to do something with our bodies. I guess we'll just stomp them down here. At least a little out of the way. We'll put important and human corpses. So why don't you get that one out of the way? And when you are done, will you please go get our alpaca? So again, just shift and right. Oh. Make sure there's no predators. No predators, we're fine. We have a visitor. Lobster. Moving very slow. So we could kidnap Lobster if we really wanted to, but unwaveringly loyal means that we cannot recruit her. We would just have her in our prison. So with some of the DLCs, there might be a purpose to this, but with base game, there isn't really a way to get rid of it. I guess you could train social and medical. I mean, it depends on how war crimey you want to get, I suppose. We'll see what they have to trade. Probably won't be a whole lot, and it's not like we have a lot to sell. In anticipation of using our cotton, we can go into production and go ahead and toss down a tailor bench. Should have enough power, yeah. And you can see the room's a little better. And we really need another doctor. Oh, that's right. Steven has at least some medical. Not in good time, though. Still in psychite reduction. So, psychite addiction. So, I think we will take a look at what Lobster has. Get our alpaca hauled in. Poor Duster out in the rain. So, he is, you know, in the dark and soaking wet, so some mood debuffs, but that's okay. Let's see. You were pretty social, right? No. Hazel was, but he's injured. Duster. Shadow. Duster, I guess it's just your turn to have to do everything. Oh! And we get an ancient danger notice. So we can see a very suspicious building here with very pristine walls that indicates there's something fishy around here. And we're not going to worry about that right now. If you don't mess with them, they shouldn't activate unless an enemy opens it. This one has damaged walls, so I don't think they're generally steel either. This one shouldn't be. And I think there was a second ancient danger. Yeah. This is another ancient danger. It can be buried in the mountains. You can have, depending on your map size and map generation, you can have 1, 2, I think you can have 3. Don't think this one is. I am curious what's behind here, but sometimes opening new areas is not good. So, we'll get to the ancient danger, but probably not today. Duster is home. Let's go ahead and trade. Will you please haul in that cloth? I'd take a bow at this point. I guess we'll keep our bad knife and club. We'll grab the herbal medicine. And I think we have enough food, so we'll just grab the herbal medicine. We could grab a parka if we really wanted to, but I think we'll be fine. So with that, we'll just take care of that. Tell you to haul in that medicine. Start adding to our little stockpile here. And with that, I think we'll call it a shorter, but hopefully action-packed episode. We have Byertal who is here and joined us, naked and upset, but hopefully we will get clothes started next time. Hazel, a surprise join who's got pain due to this old gunshot, but pretty good at intellectual social and can hopefully take over cooking. And poor Steven, still on the way, probably a bit more time. We've got cotton coming in. We expanded our rice field to feed everyone. Goats are in. And poor Zandy met his end down at the bottom of the map. Ooh, and we almost got eaten by a wolf. Seems pretty good. Well, at least pretty interesting. As always, if you did enjoy the episode or the series, I do hope you'll leave a like, a comment, and consider subscribing. I also have a Discord that I forget to talk about, so stop on into the Discord, trying to build that community up, and always sharing different photos of games I'm playing, and look forward to conversation about Darkest Dungeon, Rimworld, or whatever it is you're playing. Love gaming. So, as always, have a pleasant day, and I'll see you next time.